Good afternoon. Today, as always, very interesting information. This is full of scary things. Here are the 5 scariest. As many of you would have heard by now, the universe is huge. So insanely huge that if we were to take a break from our mundane lives and just think about the sheer scale of things out there, we'd likely go crazy. That's the reason most of us don't bother with anything outside our immediate surroundings, as our brains are simply not equipped to handle thinking about stuff like that. If we did think about it, as many people, like scientists, astronomers and Stone College students, do, we'd realize that the universe is full of scary things you'd probably never put in a children's book. If we ventured into its darkest corners, we'd find it hiding many fascinating and concerning mysteries we're yet to uncover. 1. We have a lot of doomsday scenarios going around, depending on where you are in the world. Many cultures believe that the end of the world would be dramatic, which is cool by us as long as we get to see some cool visuals. The most dangerous and plausible doomsday scenarios, however, come from actual scientists themselves, the Higgs boson doomsday being one of them. Many of them, including Stephen Hawking, believe it could happen, or is already happening. It'd start with a bubble filled with fluctuating Higgs energy, which should remain consistent for the universe to stay stable. The bubble would spread like the vacuum, fundamentally reprogramming, and in some cases, disintegrating atoms as it goes. Some scientists think that it has already started, and the bubble may be on our way from the dark parts of the universe soon, though others say that it's well into the future, and we may be long gone before it makes its way here. 2. Galactic barbarianism is the last sort of savagery we need to find out about, regardless of whether general human flesh consumption is really gross, as well. Simply the possibility that there are some greater cosmic systems out there eating up other, littler ones, and the chance it might transpire, is very unnerving. There's nothing to stress over, however, as it won't occur sooner rather than later. Numerous different universes out there, be that as it may, are right now being eaten up by a greater one since it had nothing better to do that day. It's not unreasonably far away from us, either. Andromeda, the cosmic system generally commonplace to the layman and a piece of our local group, really ate up a sister universe of the Milky Way around 2 billion years back. It likewise expected to do that with the Milky Way in around 4.5 billion years, yet at that point people would ideally have created travel between worlds, or would have long vanished. Whoever chooses to remain, however, would be exposed to a serious light show. 3. On the off chance that we thought pretty much all the huge things going on known to mankind, our lives may begin to look somewhat modest. A portion of those things, however, are gigantic to such an extent that they genuinely exhibit how unimportant we really are. One of them is a supermassive black hole launched out from its galaxy. Scientists determined that it would have taken a similar measure of vitality as 100 million supernovas to toss a dark opening into space. It's any dark gap either, however, by a wide margin the greatest dark opening moving we've at any point recorded. The vitality originated from the merger of two dark gaps at the focal point of the world. As a result, obviously that is a thing that continues occurring in space, as well. 4. Whatever is alive needs amazing some point, something that applies to everything known to mankind. The demise of stars, as you may recall from science class, is one of the most intriguing wonders with regards to the known universe. Each star we find in the sky is as of now dead, and the light hasn't contacted us yet, or will pass on sooner or later, including our sun. That is the characteristic method for things. With the exception of when they choose to not do that, in uncommon cases, stars may kick the bucket and return to life like nothing occurred, something that bewilders us just as the researchers. There's of late found zombie stars that ought to have passed on and they were supernova organizers, yet some way or another endure, and are presently tearing across space with a re-established feeling of life and experience. We don't exactly get 'em, which is the reason we trust they avoid us. 5. No matter how boring our lives are, we can take some comfort in the fact that something interesting is going on in the universe at all times. From massive shows of light to dying stars. It's certainly not a boring place. Some of those events, though, are so mind-bogglingly humongous that we'd rather get bored on a lazy afternoon here on Earth than find ourselves anywhere near them. One of them is the rare collision of 3 galaxies, like the one we observed in 2007. While 2 galaxies collide with each other more often than we'd think, it's rare to see 3 of them do it. What looks like just a blob of light in the photos is 3 massive clusters of stars merging with each other, all the while forming stars at a rapid rate, around 200 solar masses per year at the center. Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. See you soon, and don't be sick.